Alrighty. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the CMT, the Country Music Pop Culture Podcast. It feels a little empty in the room right now. Something's missing. It's Frank. But I'm actually going to give him a pass this time because I feel like I've been a little hard on Frank. I've been a little mean about Frank, but we all have our hobbies. So it's really rare in this world to have something you enjoy and not try to monetize it, which I guess I'm having a podcast, which hopefully we can monetize this one day. But as of right now, no money is being made. So it's still a hobby and you have to do what you love. You have to follow your passion. I love giving Frank a hard time, but he is not here today because his mom is in town. And now that I'm a mother, I understand, call your mother, turn this podcast off, call your mom. Put your phone down, go see your mom. Because now that I'm a mom, it's wow, moms really are everything, except for my mom when she pisses me off. But besides that, it is Memorial Day. So we're just, working on a holiday. The banks are off. The post offices are closed. Kroger's closing a little bit early. And here we are grinding away for you, for the people, true philanthropists. We're so giving. Okay, what's new with me? For those of you who are watching at home, you might think, is that Halle Berry? No, it's me. I look a little nice today, I'm not gonna lie. Turns out you can teach an old dog new tricks. But my husband was like, wait, what are you doing? Why are you wearing that? And I was like, I always glide around the house in a sundress. What are you talking about? Just kidding. I took off my Adam Sandler cosplay outfit and put on this little sundress because it's Memorial Day. So I wanted to be outside cooking a dog, just cooking some corn on the grill and have a nice breeze betwixt my legs. So we're doing a little sundress action. Shout out to Dillard's for this find. Truly, you'd think, I'm not going to Dillard's. What am I, 97? Call me 97. Call me Geraldine because I love this dress and I feel like a little home on the prairie. What is it? Little house on the prairie? Yes. But if Malcolm was there, my son, it'd be a little home on the prairie because he just makes it a home. Speaking of little home on the prairie, I've been churning my own butter. I've literally been making my own butter. So to all the haters out there being like, she's not country. Do you make your own butter? Do you churn your own butter? I made my own butter. It's very, very easy and quite delicious. And I also made my own homemade bread last night. So then I had homemade bread and homemade butter. So am I better than everybody else? I don't know. Maybe. Okay, sorry. We're on one today. So I've got Kyle and Cece here. They are my production team. Also best friends. Also aunt and uncle to my child. House sitters. Basically the biological parents to my dogs because they take better care of them than we do. And we're going to hang out after this. So we should just get this on the road because we all want to hang and talk about things that we probably can't talk about the pot. No one's going to, it's not really relevant. They saw the new Little Mermaid movie. I want to hear everything about that. I took my son to the zoo yesterday, sobbed the entire time. People probably thought is this kid dying or something? Is this his last trip to the zoo ever? Why is the mom crying the whole time? I just watched him watch and I was just oh my God, he's just so cute. We bought him this giraffe and I was literally I couldn't handle it. It was just the cutest thing. So if you are feeling a little down, a little anxious, have a kid and take him to the zoo. It's so cute. So fun. But without Frank today, we're just going to do just a couple little stories, so that you can go into this week having just something fun to listen to. We have been getting rave reviews, one including an amazing review from my best friend Katie, who was driving and had a little bit of a lengthy drive. And she said that we were just cracking her up. So we're giving. We are just really, really giving out here, contributing to society and making the world a better place as Jesus wanted us to. Oh my gosh, we're viral. I'm not even sure if you guys know, 42,000 views on one of our TikToks. And the comments, if you are wondering should I murder someone? I might go to hell, but is it worth it? You can take a little preview of hell. If you just go to the comments of our most viral video, it's literally like, these people are not okay. I really want to contact their congressman and be like, go do a welfare check on these people. It's so freaking weird. Like, I personally, I don't know. I feel like every year there should be an audit, your social media audit. All your comments, okay? You get your positive ones, your negative ones. You shouldn't leave negative comments. I'm just like, am I wrong? It's so weird to leave a negative comment on someone's video. And I guess they're not really negative, just a lot of them are like combative. And it's like, okay, like, is this what you're really doing right now? Like, first of all, I know you're sitting on the toilet. So you're like literally taking a fat dump and judging me. So like, I'm reading your comments being like, for a country music podcast, you sure don't know what you're talking about. It's like, duh. Like, I never claimed to be an encyclopedia. I'm just a girl out here in the world. And I'm not going to name names, because if you want to go see the names, you can go look at our TikTok and follow us. But it's like, I'm picturing you on the toilet right now. So like, you're not intimidating. You're not making me feel bad. You're not like being carried with me. Well, I guess I'm talking about it, so maybe I'm carrying each little pooper with me, but I don't know. I just am sitting there like, oof. If you saw if anyone like just shone a light on the comments I leave on TikTok, like everyone would be like, is that girl okay? Because I'm toxically positive on comments. Like, it's just like so dumb. Like, I'll just see a mom that's like, she's like, day in the life, and like she's doing nothing. She's like feeding her baby and like washing her face, and I'm like, oh my God, you are such an angel. You are the true hero. Like, and they're probably just like, okay. But I just like to make people feel good, like leave a comment. But yeah, if you leave a weird negative comment, like, A, you're on the toilet, and wash your hands and Lysol your phone after, you freak. I just can't. I guess we shouldn't be like rude back, but anyways. Okay, we're going to do just 3 stories of the week, and then I'm going to go eat a hamburger. Okay? So, first story, Reba McEntire is named the voice coach for season 24. So, she's replacing Blake Shelton after literally, I think it's like 23 seasons. Oh, well, duh. If she's 24th season, like, he's been there a while. Okay. Via Taste of Country, Reba McEntire got the gig. The country music legend will join the voice coach for, okay, like, I'm clearly not well, for season 24 this fall. Reba will replace Team Blake as Blake Shelton is leaving after 23 seasons. She has served as a mega mentor, but this is her first time as a true coach. So, interesting. Speaking of negative comments, there's a lot of negative comments surrounding this on, different news outlets, on this article about how she can never replace Blake, blah, blah. It's like, she did. Like, I don't get people like, you will never replace Blake. No, like, she is. She did. She will. It's contractual. Call NBC. Again, these comments, like, you think Taste of Country is like, it's not their fault. Like, chill. Oh my gosh. Blake Shelton probably want to just like take a break from carrying that show. His back probably hurts. So let him go to the chiropractor, and Reba can come in. People are just so, like, again, the theme of the title of this episode is going to be People Aren't Well, because they're really not. Speaking of people that aren't well, apparently Nick Jonas, which country music pop culture podcast, you're like, Nick Jonas, he's not country. I feel like country music is about America. It's about Jesus, and it's about drinking. So let's bring that back to Nick Jonas. Nick Jonas, my religion. Am I patriotic to America? Yes. If they made a Nick Jonas flag, would I fly it high in my yard? Yes. Even though I am more of a Joe girl, let's be real. And drinking. If Nick Jonas sweat into a cup, I drink it. So that's country music to me. But if you don't like, if all of those correlations, that holy trinity of country music, if that doesn't hit for you to connect Nick Jonas to it, this will. Nick Jonas went to therapy after flubbed 2016 ACM's performance with Kelsea Ballerini. So if you've listened to the podcast a long time, like, we love Kelsea Ballerini here. She farts and we're like, stream. We love her. Back then, I don't know if I loved her as much as I do now, but people grow. We're growing every day, every moment. So not every single, this is via Taste of Country as well. We're just basically a Taste of Country podcast. I really think that Taste of Country should just pick us up. We'll just read their articles that they wrote. And the Taste of Country, we could rename the podcast, right? It's not too late. The Taste of Country, the Tea of Country. I don't know. We'll figure it out, people at Taste of Country. Not every guitar solo can knock it out of the park, and Nick Jonas, 1/3 of the pop rock group The Jonas Brothers, as well as a solo artist, yawn, sorry Nick, like no one liked your solo career, is revisiting a 2016 ACM Award performance that he described as really tragic, which I remember this, and Nick Jonas is not a liar. It was a little rough. Nick Jonas was planning to join Kelsea Ballerini for a guitar solo during her song Peter Pan, and he was feeling pretty good leading up to the big moment he recounts in an episode of Armchair Experts with Dak Shepard. I rehearsed it a million times, he said. I was feeling really confident about it, not even thinking like it was a thing or it was going to be problematic. I started off and it was fine, and as I walked towards her, I went completely blank and hit a wrong note. I blacked out basically and clocked that it was wrong, and I just couldn't stop. So I think the real moral of this story is that the closer you get to Kelsea Ballerini, the more nervous you get. Because, like, this is Nick Jonas, okay? He was on Broadway. He was on Disney Channel. He basically was in the U.S. Army. Like, those two things are, like, really difficult to make it through. And he couldn't even be in the presence of Kelsea Ballerini without clamming up, without getting nervous. Which I relate. Like, if I was in her presence, which I've met her before. I've been around her, and she was a joy. I have a picture with her. We should find that. It was really cool. And Maddie and Tay. And yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, it could be Maddie and Tay. And they were like, oh, we've worked so hard for this career. You're not just going to jump in now. Coattail rider, shut up. Okay, third story. Luke Bryan and Peyton Manning will once again host the CMA Awards. So, in news that nobody asked for, basically, I don't need to read the article. That's what it is. Like, period. They're hosting it again. I just feel like we could spice it up a little bit. You know, the CMAs, that's the big kahuna. That's the big dog. That is like end the year of country music. Everybody wants to win a CMA. And I just feel like, forever it was Carrie Underwood and Brad Paisley. Cute. But I don't know. I know that Bobby Bones wants to host. Let's be real. That's Bobby Bones, he would give his left testicle to host the CMAs. And I'm going to do everything in my power to stop that from happening, because I am out here trying to take Bobby Bones' job. Like, that's really my goal in life. Like, I want to take his job. And just because, like, I get it. He's a comedian. He's a performer. But, like, we just need someone new. We need someone fresh. We need someone kind of, like, totally off the beaten path. Maybe someone 5'6", brunette with a little bit of balayage, like a front, maybe partial highlight with a tone. Maybe someone that went to an all-girls high school in upstate New York. Maybe someone that has a child, because that is like a lot of the country music community has children. Maybe someone that went to Catholic school, like closer to Jesus. I was educated by him. Like, I don't know. I just think that we really need to spice up and be a little bit different. But I get it. They're waiting. The CMA Foundation and the board, they came together and they're like, we got to let the CMT podcast build a little. So we'll just phone it in, get the guys from last year. You know, Peyton Manning, he's not busy. Apparently, he's in every freaking commercial I've ever seen. But get him up there, get Luke Bryan up there, because the ladies love him. And then once the CMT podcast builds a little bit, we'll throw Maddie in there. And Frank, like, he won't be hosting. He'll be like the you know, like Jimmy Kimmel, there's like Jimmy Kimmel and then there's like Guillermo, who like they kind of always go off to the side and like he's like the comic relief, whatever. Like, that'll be Frank. He'll kind of be like, we'll like mess with his microphone, like his ear set, so like he'll get every word. So like it puts him on the spot where he's just like, yeah, Maddie, I'm here with Gabby Barrett, and we'll be like, awkward. But yeah, those are our three stories. Kind of a slow week in country music, and that's good these days, I think. Like, the news, it's a dark place. So we just have to keep our heads high. We have to keep our jaws snatched. How about this? We'll end this week with something positive. Here's a reminder. Roll your shoulders back. Unclench your jaw. Take a deep breath. Head to the left. That's my right. Head to the left, to the right. Ooh, little crack. You're going to call your mom. You're going to drink some water. You're going to do 12 squats, 3 sets of 12. And make sure you're really, when you come up from the squat, you got to be activating those glutes, squeeze it. It looks really awful in the gym. That's why I stopped going to the gym, because like all these men with wedgies, I was like, ooh, gotta go. And we're going to have a beautiful week. And then we're going to come back next week. We're going to have Frank here, and it's going to be a reunion. It's going to be a joyous reunion. So thank you guys so much for listening, for watching. Please follow us, like, comment, subscribe. Only if the comments are positive. Actually, no, just leave negative ones at this point. Like, we just need some engagement. So, all right. Thank you guys so much, and have a great rest of your week.